Let me ask you, what if you went home today and your grandmother didn't recognize you, or if your father wasn't able to feed himself anymore? How would you feel? Confused, frightened, helpless even? What if I told you this is the reality for millions of Americans and families worldwide? This is what dementia, most commonly Alzheimer's, is capable of doing to people. And the worst part, majority of patients or their caretakers don't know they have a dementia diagnosis. Dementia typically affects people over the age of 65 and is not a normal part of aging. Changes within the brain lead to an insidious onset of disease symptoms, beginning with forgetting words for common objects and progressing to behavioral changes and eventually the inability to care for themselves. Death usually is a result of complications from an impaired ability to swallow, like pneumonia, dehydration, or malnutrition. The prevalence of Alzheimer's in the United States in 2017 for people over 65 was 1 in 10 people. Incidence of dementia is expected to increase 110% between 2010 and 2050. So what is this all about? This is about awareness. As you can see, this graph visually illustrates the percentage of patients aware of medical diagnoses common to people over 65. For cardiovascular disease, 90% of patients diagnosed are aware they have this. Now compare that to patients diagnosed with dementia or Alzheimer's. Patients or their caretakers are only aware of a dementia diagnosis 27% of the time, and an Alzheimer's diagnosis 45% of the time. For a disease that is the 5th leading cause of death for people over the age of 65 since 2010 and was responsible for 29.3 deaths per 100,000 in 2014, this is concerning. More and more people are entering into the over 65 age group, including baby boomers. Awareness of a dementia diagnosis, the signs of dementia, and needed dementia research and funding are all critical to better understanding of the disease. Awareness now is a key to one day prevent or cure dementia. So I ask you again, what if your mother went missing on her way home from her favorite supermarket? Maybe that will one day be a thing of the past, but for now is an all too real reality.